Hi, my name is Nur Shafika binti Rosli. My metric number is I18203081. We will present about chapter 6, subtopic 6.3. What are the principal tools and technologies for accessing information from database to improve business performance and decision making? Businesses use their database to keep track on basic transactions such as paying supplier, processing orders, keeping track of customer and paying employees. But they also need database to provide information that will help the company run the business more efficiently and help managers and employees make better decisions. Challenge of big data. Most data collected by organization used to be transaction data that could easily fit into rows and columns of relational database management system. We are now witnessing an explosion of data from web traffic, email messages, and social media content, as well as machine-generated data from sensor or from electronic trading system. Businesses are interested in big data because they can reveal more patterns and interesting relationships than the smaller data set, with the potential to provide new insight into customer behavior, weather pattern, financial market activity, or the other phenomena. Big data is also finding many uses in the public sector. Major cities in Europe and Europol are using big data to identify criminals and terrorists. Align 2016. The interactive season on organization described how New York City is using big data to lower its crime rate. They also need to know what question to ask of the data and limitation of big data. Capturing, storing and analyzing big data can be expensive, and information from big data may not necessarily help the decision maker. It is important to have a clear understanding of the problem big data will solve for the business. Business intelligence infrastructure. Contemporary infrastructure for business intelligence has an array of tools for obtaining useful information from all the different types of data used by businesses today, including semi-structured and unstructured big data in vast quantity. This capability include data warehouse and data mart, Hadoop in memory computing and analytical platform. Some of the capabilities are available as cloud services. Business intelligence infrastructure. Data warehouse. A data warehouse is a database that stores current and historical data of potential interest to decision makers throughout their company. The data originate in many core operational transaction systems, such as system for sale, customer account, and manufacturing, and may include data from website transaction. The data warehouse extracts current and historical data from multiple operational systems inside the organization. These data are combined with data from external sources and transformed by correcting inaccurate and incomplete data and restructuring the data for management reporting and analysis before being loaded into the data warehouse. Data mart. A data mart is a subset of a data warehouse in which a summarized of highly focused portion of the organization data is placed in a separate database for a specific population of users. For example, a company might develop marketing and sales data mart to deal with customer information. Hadoop. Hadoop is an open source software framework managed by the Apache Software Foundation that enables distributed parallel processing of huge amount of data across inexpensive computers. It breaks a big data problem down into sub-problems, distribute them among up to thousands of inexpensive computer processing nodes, and then combine the result into a smaller dataset that is easier to analyze. You have probably used Hadoop to find the best airfare on the internet, get direction to a restaurant, do a search on Google, or connect with a friend on Facebook. In-memory computing. In-memory processing make it possible for a very large set of data amounting to the size of a data mart or small data warehouse to reside entirely in memory. Complex business calculations that used to take hours or days are able to be complete within seconds, and this can even be accomplished using handheld devices. This technology helps companies optimize the use of memory and accelerate processing performance while lowering costs. Analytic platform. Commercial database vendors have developed specialized high-speed analytic platform using both relational and non-relational technology that are optimized for analyzing large data sets. Analytic platforms such as IBM Pure Data System or Analytic feature pre-configured hardware-software systems that are specifically designed for query processing and analytics. For example, IBM Pure Data System for Analytics feature tightly integrated database, server and storage components that handle complex analytic queries 10 to 100 times faster than traditional systems. Contemporary business intelligence infrastructure feature capabilities and tools to manage and analyze large quantity and different type of data from multiple sources, easy to use query and reporting tools for casual business user, and more sophisticated analytical toolset for power user are included. Analytical tools, relationship patterns trend. Once data have been captured and organized using the business intelligence technology we have just described, they are available for further analysis using software for database querying and reporting, multidimensional data analysis (OLAP), and data mining. Online analytical processing (OLAP). OLAP support multidimensional data analysis, enabling user to view the same data in different ways using multiple dimensions. Each aspect of information, product, pricing, cost, region or time period represent a different dimension. So, a product manager could use a multi-dimensional data analysis tool to learn how many washers were sold in the East in June, how that compare with the previous month and the previous June, and how it compare with the sales forecast. OLAP enable user to obtain online answer to ad hoc question such as this in a fairly rapid amount of time, even when the data are stored in very large database such as sales figure for multiple years. This view show product versus region. If you rotate the cube 90 degrees, the face that will show is product versus actual and projected sale. If you rotate the cube 90 degrees again, you will see region versus actual and projected sales. Other view are possible. Data mining. Data mining is more discovery driven. Data mining provide insight into corporate data that cannot be obtained with OLAP by finding hidden patterns and relationship in large database and inferring rules from them to predict future behavior. These patterns and rules are used to guide decision making and forecast the effect of those decisions. The type of information obtainable from data mining include association, sequences, classification, cluster and forecast. Association are a current link to a single event. For instance, a study of supermarket purchasing pattern might reveal that when corn chips are purchased, a cola drink is purchased 65% of the time, but when there is a promotion, cola is purchased 85% of the time. This information help managers make better decisions because they have learned the profitability of a promotion. Sequences even are linked over time. We might find, for example, that if a house is purchased, a new refrigerator will be purchased within 2 weeks 65% of the time, and an oven will be bought within 1 month of the home purchase 45% of the time. Classification recognize pattern that describe the group to which an item belong by examining existing item that have been classified and by inferring a set of rules. For example, businesses such as credit card or telephone company worry about the loss of steady customer. Classification help discover the characteristics of customers who are likely to leave and can provide a model to help manager predict who those customers are so that the manager can devise special campaign to retain such customers. Clustering work in a manner similar to classification. When no group have yet been defined, a data mining tool can discover different grouping within data, such as finding affinity group for bank card or partitioning a database into groups of customers based on demographic and type of personal investment. Forecasting use prediction in a different way. It uses a series of existing value to forecast what other value will be. For example, forecasting might find pattern in data to help manager estimate the future value of continuous variable such as sales figure. Text mining and web mining. Text mining tools are now available to help businesses analyze this data. These tools are able to extract key elements for unstructured big data set, discover pattern and relationship, and summarize the information. Businesses might turn to text mining to analyze transcript of call and to customer service center to identify major service and repair issue or to measure customer sentiment about their company. Sentiment analysis software is able to mine text comment in an email messages, blog, social media, conversation or survey form to detect favorable and unfavorable opinion about specific subject. Web mining look for a pattern in data through content mining, structure mining and usage mining. Web content mining is the process of extracting knowledge from the content of web pages, which may include text, image, audio and video data. With web content structure mining examine data related to the structure of a particular website. Web user mining examines user interaction data recorded by a web server whenever requests for a website resource are received. The user data record the user behavior when the user browse or make transaction on the website and collect the data in the server log. Analyzing such data can help company determine the value of particular customer, cross-marketing strategy across product, and the effectiveness of promotional campaign. Database and the web. Many companies now use the web to make some of the information in their internal database available to customer and business partner. For example, a customer with a web browser want to search an online retail database for price information. The user access the retail website over the internet using a web browser on his or her client PC or mobile device. The user web browser software requests data from the organization database using HTML command to communicate with the web server. Apps provide even faster access to corporate database. The application server software handle all application operation including transaction processing and data access between browser-based computer and a company back-end business application or database. The application server take requests from the web server, run the business logic to process transaction based on those requests, and provide connectivity to the organization back-end system or database. There are a number of advantages to use the web to access an organization internal database. First, the web browser software is much easier to use than proprietary query tools. Second, the web interface requires few or no changes to the internal database. It costs much less to add a web interface in front of a legacy system than to redesign and reboot the system to improve user access. Thank you for listening.